What's up, guys? I'm the Retro Nerd, and I'm bringing you another episode of Retro Night, episode 29 of season 2. And we are playing some Pokemon Ruby. Concerning the new Pokemon games is Ruby and Sapphire. I figured I might as well, why not, and give it a shot and play this. So I picked up some Pokemon Ruby. I paid $10 for it on eBay, which is actually fairly cheap for a Pokemon game because they're usually about $30 used. But anyways, so I decided to pick this up because if you remember, I played Red version, which is one of my favorite versions. I love the Red version. But I never played second, third, fourth. Which one? Whenever Diamond and Pearl is, that's the one I started back into Pokemon again with. So I went to from first generation and jumped all the way to Diamond and Pearl. So I've never really played this one. I just know the cool aspect is that you could choose boy or girl, with it. I don't know if you could do that in the second generation, but I know this one was cool because of that aspect. That's like, are you a boy or are you a girl? And then you would have May as one of your characters, and then some dude as your other character. But anyways, regardless of not playing this generation, I still had love for Pokemon and what it was. Just Pokemon in general. Just playing Fire and Blue versions. I played both I meant Red and Blue versions. I played both versions. It just brought me back to nostalgia of playing those games when they first came out, because I don't remember if I said this in the last Pokemon video, but I do recall getting a videotape from Nintendo because I used to have a Nintendo Power subscription. I got a videotape from them advertising Pokemon, the cartoon show and the video games. I don't know if it talked about the trading card game yet, but pretty much, it was just advertising those, and you pretty much got a glimpse of the first episode where, Ash picks Pikachu and they fight off that big flock of sparrows, destroy Misty's bike and all that stuff. But, watching that tape, I was just like all installed. I was like, what the fuck is this? Wait, you're telling me I catch little monsters with these Pokeballs? And then they do battle for me. Very interesting. I mean, there's other games that have tried to replicate this mechanic and failed miserably. I mean, the only one that's somewhat of a competition for them is Digimon, but you're automatically selected a certain Digimon as Digidestined. But, it's the only other series that, has come close to beating Pokemon with the whole capturing monsters or having monsters do battle for you. I mean, in the card game realm, battling it out in the Trading Card series, I would say Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be one of the top contenders for, battling Pokemon. Because, Magic the Gathering was the top trading card game here in America. And Pokemon came out and, that sort of took over. But, after a while, Pokemon started dying, around this generation of when this game came out. I mean, there's still diehard fans to where they still made millions to billions of dollars off this franchise, but it just seemed like it was dying out, somewhat with some of the generation of kids. The trading card game was one thing that always kept people interested, collecting cards, playing with the card, battling with the cards or whatever. I just remember when I was a kid, we had the trading card game. Now, this is around the time the first Pokemon movie was about to be released, and they didn't have a Mew card yet. And so at KB Toys, you could actually join a Pokemon League with the trading card game series and actually battle enough trainers, you'll earn a badge and such forth. I wasn't very good because there's always those tongue-tied. Those other kids that had the combos down and knew what they were doing with the cards, So you killed one Pokemon, they had another one that fucking demolish you. It's the same thing goes with Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh! But anyways, when that first Pokemon, movie came out, you know, they were releasing the Ancient Mew card when you went to go see the movie, or like you're the first ones to go see it, you got the Ancient Mew card. But then the normal trading card series got its own Mew card. I remember getting a box full of those because I was part of the Pokemon, you know, like trading card game club. I got like a little small card box full of those Mew cards. I just sold them, made some money off of them, so can't beat that. But yeah, so around this generation, you know, I felt that the series was dying. You know, the show was still doing good, but I mean, even though they made millions of dollars, most of that comes from Japan. You know, a lot of that comes from Japan. Yeah, it's major over here, but there's still what am I trying to say? Even though, you know, we spent a lot of money on the Pokemon generation, you know, this being the third generation, it still sort of like flopped here. I mean, yeah, it was still a good game and all, but I just felt like it was dying out with some people, you know. Like for me, for instance, you know, I didn't play the second or third generation. I was just like, I was getting a little older, you know, and now that I'm even older than what I was back then, you know, I was like, fuck, I miss these games, you know. So it's kind of cool going back and playing them, but you know, it was just dying out with some of the kids, because, you know, the kids that it affected the first time around with the first generation were now becoming, you know, like for me instance, you know, when I picked it up, it probably was like 5th, 6th grade for me when it came out. No, a little earlier than that, probably about 3rd or 4th grade. You know, then, you know, I started growing older, and I felt like, you know, seeing like little kids enjoying Pokemon, it seemed like it wasn't cool anymore. You know how you are when you're like, you know, you're trying to fit in and be cool, and you're like, I don't want the cool kids to know I still play Pokemon. You know, so you're just like, you know, oh yeah, I don't play Pokemon anymore, even though it's just secretly you still collect the cards or some shit, or you still watch the show. People would make fun of you. That's how it was back then for me. You know, being a nerd and all, you know. They didn't like the fact that you like Spider-Man. They didn't like the fact that you like Pokemon and shit like that. But hey, whatever. I had my own buddies to hang out with. So screw those cool kids, because my buddies were the cool ones. So, yeah, I'm talking about you, Sal, Sevi, Martin, Job, Kyle. Let's see who else. Oh, and John Chaney. Yep. All you guys were the cool kids, because, you know, you guys hung out with me. You didn't care if I liked Pokemon or not, because we all fucking liked Pokemon. But anyways, you know, so I didn't play the third generation, but, you know, I'll probably get around to it, playing it something more, and finding out how cool it is and stuff like that. But no matter what, the first generation is the generation I will always love and cherish, because that was my first introduction to Pokemon, first time I ever played Pokemon. Loved it because of that videotape Nintendo sent me. If it wasn't for that videotape me getting in the mail, I probably would have never cared about Pokemon. I would have been like, fuck this game. It's a fucking bunch of cute little monsters fucking fighting and shit. Anyways. This has been the Retro Nerd with another episode of Retro Night. And I highly recommend picking up some Pokemon games. Probably pick up the new ones for the 3DS or your 2DS, depending on which way you flow with it, and just relive some old school magic with updated 3D graphics and 3D popping out graphics. And enjoy, you know, the third generation of Pokemon with the newer ones. Not unless you want to go nostalgia and get the old ones. Hey, whatever floats your boat. For me personally, I'd rather have the old school stuff than the new school shit. But I have been the Retro Nerd, and this has been a Retro Night episode. And Retro Nerd